Hi, I'm Dimity Sky. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today for this full body Vinyasa flow. This flow is super fun. Well, I think so, and I hope you think so as well. It is an intermediate level flow. However, I do offer modifications for all levels. So I'm pretty confident to say that most levels of practitioners will be fine for this class. There are lots of inversions and chances to go upside down, which is super energizing. And my intention for this practice was just to create a sequence that is just super fun and will get rid of any of that rigidity in the body. And so that's what I'm hoping happens for you, that we really start to cultivate and tap into that childlikeness that is within all of us. You won't need any props for this flow. However, I do recommend having some blocks and a bolster or a blanket, something that you can sit up on, something that you can use for balance. If you have those handy, that could be super helpful. Other than that, just yourself in some comfy clothes. Get ready, and I'll see you soon. We'll start class today in a comfortable seated position. You can prop yourself up onto something, onto a bolster or a cushion, a blanket, a block, just anything to elevate your hips up higher than your knees. We're going to start with a minute or two of breathing, and it's always nice to create an anterior pelvic tilt. So you're just tilting the pelvis off the bolster to make space in your hips. Shut down your eyes if you feel comfortable. Hands can be resting on your knees. You can face them upwards if you like in Jnana Mudra. Thumb and index fingers gently touching, other three fingers facing upwards. And take some deep breaths. Feeling the breath rise up from your belly. Exhale. From your rib cage, inhale. Exhale. From the back of your heart, inhale. Exhale. From the front of your heart, inhale. Exhale. All four areas at once. Inhale, belly, ribs, back, front. Exhale. Again, inhale, belly, ribs, back, front. Exhale. One more, inhale, belly, ribs, back, front. And exhale. Bring your hands into Anjali Mudra, which is prayer position. And take a bow to honor yourself, to honor the practice, and to honor each other. Open up your eyes. And we'll begin today over on hands and knees in tabletop position. So just move your props out the way if you think they might be in the way. And find your tabletop with your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Now from here, you'll untuck your toes and pick up your right leg and start to circle it around. Big circles. Take them one way and then the other way. Then you're going to land that right knee behind the left. Now make sure you place a blanket underneath your knees if you have any sort of knee sensitivity. Walk your hands forward. You're going to tent up onto your fingertips as you lean back, getting into your outer glutes. Exhale as you plant the hands and start to come forward. Keep your arms straight here. So you're just moving the pelvis forward. Inhale back, tent up onto your fingertips. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Just do one more here. Inhale back. And exhale forward. Now from here, you're going to unravel the legs and step your right leg out to the right. Walk your hands back. Place your right hand on your right leg and reach your left arm over to the right. Get space down your left side. Exhale as you bring your left hand in line with your left leg and extend your right arm over to the left. Now take some air guitar circles with your arm. So just start to circle the arm around. I'm going to pivot so that you can see me. Big circles around one way and the other way. Getting the blood flowing through your shoulders. 2 and reach. And then slowly you can pivot both hands back and bring your knee back in. Sit your buttocks down onto your heels. Extend the arms out. You can rest your forehead on the mat if you like. Just take a child's pose. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Stretching through your lower back. One more deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And start to come up back into your tabletop position. This time pick up your left leg. Circle it around. One way. Take those circles the other direction. Getting the fluid flowing through the hip joint. Now left leg crosses over the right. Walk your hands forward, tent up onto your fingertips. Inhale back. Exhale, plant the hands as you thrust the pelvis forward. Inhale back. And exhale forward. 3 more, inhale back. Exhale forward. 2 more, inhale back. Exhale forward. 1 more, inhale back. Exhale forward. Now walk the hands back and uncross the legs. Left leg comes over to the left. Walk your hands up and bring your left arm on your left leg. Reach right arm over to the left. Breathe into that right side hip. And then on an inhale, you'll take your left hand in line with your right hand, in line with your right leg. Reach your left arm over to the right. And again, I'm going to pivot so that I'm facing you. Big circles with your left arm. Take the circles the other direction. 3, 2, and reach the arm forward overhead. Get nice and long through your left side body. And slowly release. Come back to center. Walk your hands forward. Tuck your toes. Send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Just start to pedal your feet out. Move your hips from side to side. Bend your knees. Just find any sort of movements that feel good. Then pause in your downward facing dog. Slowly begin to walk the feet to the front of the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, press down into the heels to rise all the way up. Sweep the hands up. And exhale, hands down and by the side. And now just getting nice and relaxed. We're going to get any rigidity out of the body. You're just going to start to swing the arms across the body. Giving yourself some little slaps. Again, I'm going to turn to face you. Remember, we're 70% water. So we should, in essence, be nice and fluid. So channel that energy of water. So for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. All right, we're going to start a little warm-up flow. And bring your hands into prayer. Take a bow to honor yourself, the practice, and each other. Maybe you'd like to set an intention or make a dedication for this practice. Whatever you like, whatever your heart is feeling. Open the eyes. Inhale as you sweep the hands up. Exhale as you fold it all the way forward. Relax your head and neck. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale as you step your left foot back so the right foot is down in front. Inhale as you sweep the hands up. Exhale as the right arm reaches down, your left arm reaches over. You can tilt the pelvis forward a little if you like. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back into a plank position. And then lower your knees, untuck your toes, lower the chest. Inhale up to cobra. And exhale as you lower, bring your feet off and the arms by your side. Your palms are facing in towards the chest. Take another breath in. Settle in for the breath out as you reach your crown forward. Lift your legs a little higher. And then on an inhale, slowly release the feet, tuck your toes, plant your hands, press up and back. Downward facing doggy. From your downward facing dog, raise your right leg up. And bring your right knee in to meet the left elbow. Now you're going to step your right foot out in line with your left hand if you can, otherwise just anywhere out to the left. Now spin your right hip point back and press down into the mat evenly with both hands. Take a breath in here. And a breath out. And now pressing into the hands, you're going to sweep your left leg all the way back up. And exhale as you bring the knee into your nose, around the spine and step the foot in between the hands, lower the back knee down. Inhale, sweep hands up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm over. Same thing. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, plant your hands, step it forward, forward fold. Inhale as you rise, sweep the hands up. Exhale, flow all the way down like a waterfall. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, right foot steps back this time. Lower back knee down. Inhale, sweep hands up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm over. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, plant your hands. Lift right knee off, step it back into plank. Lower your knees or lower down through a chaturanga onto your belly. Untuck your toes, inhale the chest up. Exhale as you lower, lift your legs, heels together, arms by your side, palms face in towards each other. One deep breath in. Hold for the breath out, reach your crown forward, shoulders back. Inhale as you lower, plant your hands, tuck your toes, press up and back, Ardha Mukha, Svanasana, downward dog. Inhale your left leg up. Left knee crosses over to your right elbow. And then step your left foot somewhere in line with or just out towards the right. Pressing both hands down and spin your left hip point back. Finding a sense of balance through the hands. One more deep breath in here. Hold for the breath out. Inhale as you press into the hands and take that left leg all the way up. Exhale, bring knee into nose and step it in between hands, lower back knee down. Inhale, sweep hands up. Exhale, left arm down, right arm over. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, plant your hands, step it forward, forward fold. Inhale as you rise, sweep the hands up. And exhale, hands down and by your side. And take a moment here, you can shut down your eyes if you like. Just taking some deep breaths. Making sure your attention is inward, that you're not distracted. One more deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Open the eyes and we're going to start Surya Namaskar A, 3 rounds with a couple of additions. Inhale as you sweep your hands up. Hands are together. Exhale as the hips go right, fingers left. Inhale back to center. Hips left, fingers right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back or do a little hop back if you can. Jump it back, and then you'll lower your knees down or lower down chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale as you press on back to downward facing dog. Now, as we come into our vinyasas, please know that you also have the option to skip them completely and simply just press back downward facing dog. That's totally fine. Now, you can hold your down dog here, you can lower your knees and take a child's pose, or you're going to walk your hands back just a little, and we're going to take 3 little bunny hops. Okay, so all the weight is forward in your hands already, and then you're going to bend your knees and you're going to kick the feet into the butt. For 1, and again, for 2, last one, hop it up. And 3, so nice. All right, lower the knees and press on up and back into downward facing dog. On an inhale, hop or step it forward to the front of the mat. Exhale as you fold. Inhale as you rise, sweep the hands up. And exhale, hands down and by your side. Again, inhale, sweep hands up. Exhale as your hips go right, fingers left. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, hips left, fingers right. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale as you fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, hop or step it back. Lower the knees or press back down dog if you can, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale as you press on back into downward facing dog. Same thing here, child's pose, down dog, or walk the hands back to the feet, lower your knees, and we'll take 3 little hops. Find that childlikeness and just have fun with it. Hopping the feet in, get as much height as you can. 1 more, maybe you catch it, maybe you won't. And down, so good. Press on back, downward facing dog. In yoga, inversions are called the fountain of youth for a couple of reasons. Firstly, they bring fresh blood into the upper part of the body, and secondly, they really help to bring out the childlikeness in us all. Inhale, hop or step it forward. Exhale as you fold. Inhale as you rise, sweep the hands up. And exhale, hands down and by your side. Take a breath in and a breath out. 1 more, inhale, sweep hands up. Hips right, fingers left. Inhale up. Other side. Inhale up. Exhale as you fold all the way down like a waterfall. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, hop or step it back. And lower down, take your variation, your modification. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale as you press on back, downward facing dog. And last time here, last opportunity for your little bunny hops. All right, so use your exhale breath to kick the feet in towards the bum. Just here for 3. For 2, 1 more. And maybe you catch it, maybe you don't. For 1, we all meet in our downward facing dog. On an inhale, hop or step it forward to the front. Exhale as you fold. Inhale as you rise. And exhale, hands down and by your side. Take a breath here into Tadasana. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale as you sweep the hands up. Exhale as you fold it all the way forward. Relax your head and neck. Inhale to a halfway lift. And we're going to take Padahastasana. So you're going to bring the hands underneath the feet. So step on the hands with the feet. Start with your legs straight and your arms as straight as possible. If you need to bend the knees a little, you can. Tip a little more weight forward into the toes. Now take a breath in. On a breath out, you're going to see if you can straighten your legs as much as possible and pull the elbows wide. Take a couple more here. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out, pulling the elbows nice and wide, head in towards your shins. One more deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Now slowly release the hands and bring them all the way out. Nice. Now heel toe the feet out to the side and bring your buttocks down onto the heels. Make sure you roll up your mat if your heels are up. So if you need a little extra padding, you're just going to stand on the rolled up mat. Place your left hand to your heart and then extend your right arm up. So you're pressing against your left inner knee to open up through the chest. One deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. Then place your right hand to the heart, left hand reaches up, and then you're going to press against your right inner knee with your right elbow, opening up through the hips, opening up through the heart. And place both hands down. Now you can stay right here in your Malasana, or we're going to take Bakasana, crow pose. So you're going to lift your hips up and then bring the knees into the armpits. And you're just going to see if you can tip the weight forward. Now maybe you can float the feet, maybe not, it doesn't matter. Then just do your best. If you can, you lift the feet off and hold for 3. Stay for 2. And 1, and then hop it back if you can, otherwise step it back. And take yourself through a Vinyasa or just press on back into downward facing dog. Either way, we're all going to meet in downward facing doggy. Take a breath in here. And a breath out. And then lower your knees down. Clasp a hold of your elbows. And lift your feet up, lift your butt up, walk your feet in towards your elbow points, coming into a dolphin pose. You can also just take a child's pose if you need a rest, if this gets too much for you. Now if you can, raise your right leg up. And you're going to see if you can slowly begin to lift yourself up off your left toes. So you're just coming up nice and high on those left toes. Like you want to float them off. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, doesn't matter. Hold. If you can come up the whole way, then go for it. If not, no worries. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. Come onto your knees and come on up into a kneeling position. Now you're going to open up your chest. Toes can be tucked or untucked to your choice. Inhale. Exhale as you open up through the chest. For 3, inhale up. Exhale, open up for 2. 1 more, inhale up. Exhale, open up the chest. And then clasp the hands behind you and pull the chest forward and the arms back. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Now release the hands and come back into your dolphin pose. Clasping a hold of the hands, lift your butt up and walk the feet in towards your elbow points. And then from here, you're going to see if you can lift your left leg up and coming up high on your right toes. And same thing, maybe the toes float off and maybe they don't, doesn't matter. Holds, maybe both legs float up. Hold for 3. Stay for 2. And 1. And slowly release. You can lower the knees down and come back up onto your knees. And then this time you're going to bring your right arm overhead. Your left hand, thumb is going to face down. I'm going to turn this way so that you can see my thumb. and the hand behind the back. Now maybe you can grab a hold of the hands, maybe not. Either way, doesn't matter. So you're just going to open up the chest here. Hold. And slowly release. Then you take it the other side. The left arm's going to come over. The right hand, thumb faces down. You're going to bring it behind the back. Maybe you can hold for Gomukhasana arms, maybe not. That's okay, doesn't matter. Open up through the chest. One more deep breath in. And out. And release both hands down. Press on up and back into a downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, raise your right leg up. Bring your right knee into your nose, round the spine, and step the foot in between your hands. Your left hand stays down. Raise your right hand up for a twist. Press down and reach up, same time. Now that right hand is going to come to the base of your back, so your lower back. You're going to gaze down and bend your left knee. So place your left knee down onto the mat. Untuck your left toes. Gaze behind you. You're going to stay here, or you're going to bend that back leg and pull it on in for a thigh stretch. That's it. Take a couple of breaths here. Opening up through the chest, opening up through the thigh. One more deep breath in. Maybe you can pull the foot in a little closer on the breath out. Slowly release the foot. You're going to place both hands down. Now here's where it gets a little funky, but we can do it, no doubt. Okay, lift your left leg up. You're going to take that right leg, swing it all the way under, three-legged dog. The right knee is going to come in and find the left elbow. Then you're going to kick it out. You'll find that same position we were in at the start. Now you can stay here with both hands down, or you're going to start rolling your weight into the right hand as you raise your left hand up and reach your left arm overhead. Maybe even take Jnana Mudra. Hold. One more breath in. One more breath out. Place both hands down and press into the hands to lift that right leg all the way up. Bring it through, three-legged dog. That right leg is going to step on top of the left. Now, with both legs stacked, you're in a downward facing dog position. You're going to start to roll your weight forward until the shoulder is over the wrist. We're going to take Vashisthasana. So you've got a couple of options. If you can, keep both feet stacked. If you need to, lower the knee and pivot the leg to come out to the side. Wherever you're at, you're going to extend your right arm all the way up to the ceiling. If you can, take that top leg, your right leg, and just step it behind for a baby wild thing. And then maybe you can reach your right arm overhead. Maybe you can take Jnana Mudra. Maybe you can lift your hips a little higher. Hold. One more breath in. One more breath out. Both hands down. Now, take your right leg. You're going to bring it into the nose. Step it in between the hands. Pivot your back foot. Come up, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Bend into your front knee. Settle into it. Now straighten your front leg, bring your arms behind you, clasp your hands, open up through the chest. Take a breath in, a breath out, bend into the front knee, stay here, or bow for humble warrior. And breathe. One deep breath in. Hold here for the breath out. Inhale as you rise all the way up, find Virabhadrasana 1 again. Open up, Virabhadrasana 2. Bend into the front knee. Find your alignment, the front heel and the back arch is in a line, perfect line. Your gaze is over your middle finger. Flip your front palm, inhale, reverse. Reach through that top hand. Exhale for side angle. You're going to rest your elbow on your knee as you extend your left arm overhead. Gaze up if you can. Now here's where it's going to get a little tricky again. Taking it into half moon pose with an option for Chapasana. So it's going to be helpful to take your block with you. You're going to take your left arm and sweep it all the way under. Now maybe grab a block. Your right hand is going to jump forward slightly to the right of your right foot, and then you'll extend your left arm up. You'll flex your left toes in and gaze up. You can stay here, or you're going to bend the back leg and reach for the ankle, open up through the chest. Straighten your standing leg as much as you can. Hold for 3, stay for 2, and 1. Now slowly release. You're going to place both hands down. Pivot your pelvis to face down towards the mat. Take a breath in. A breath out for standing split. You're going to stay here, or you're going to slide your right foot all the way back and take a couple of handstand hops. So you're just going to keep your right leg bent, like you want to kick your butt in with your right leg. That's it. Get that energy flowing. Find that childlikeness. Just take one more here. Maybe you catch it, maybe you don't. And then take yourself through a vinyasa, or we'll meet in downward facing dog. Your choice. Inhale as you rise, and exhale as you press on back. I hope you guys are finding that childlike joy from within you. I'm certainly feeling better about life already. Alrighty, now raise your left leg up. Left knee comes into nose around the spine, and step the foot in between your hands. Now pressing down through your right hand, you're going to extend your left arm up for a twist. Left hand reaches behind you and then catches the back, your lower back, sacrum area. Now you're going to gaze down, place your right knee down, untuck your right toes, and gaze behind. You can stay here or bend that back leg, pull it on in. And take some deep breaths here. Opening through the thigh and through the chest. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Maybe you can pull the foot in just a little closer. And then slowly release. All right, funky movement happening right about now. All right, get focused if you weren't. You'll tuck your right toes, lift right knee up, take your left leg, swing it all the way through. Left knee is going to search for right elbow. You'll step the foot all the way up next to the right hand if you can. And then you're going to stay right here, or you're going to start to tip over to the left and raise your right hand up, reach it forward. Hold here for fallen triangle. One deep breath in. Reach for the breath out. Slowly begin to bring your hand back down. Press into your hands to take that left leg all the way up. And then you're going to step the foot on top of the right, taking Vashisthasana. And you're going to start to tip the weight forward into the right hand. And you can lower the knee down if you need and pivot the foot. Either way, extending your left arm all the way up. Feet are stacked if you can. And then maybe you can take baby wild thing by stepping the left foot behind. What is that? That is the left foot. Question myself for a moment there. And then extend your left arm overhead. Ghana Mudra is there for you. Lift the hips. One more deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Now slowly release, plant your left hand. And then that left leg is going to come in towards the nose. You step it in between the hands, pivot your back foot. Come up, Virabhadrasana, 1, Warrior 1. Bend into your front knee. One more deep breath in. And a deep breath out, settle. Now straighten your front leg, bring the hands behind you, clasp your hands. Open up through the chest, take a breath in. And a breath out, bend the knee and fold. Optional fold, of course. Left shoulder to inner left knee. Take a breath. Hold for the breath out. Inhale as you rise. Come all the way up. Open up, Virabhadrasana, 2, Warrior 2. Find your alignment. Front heel and back arch is in a line. Your gaze is over your middle finger. Smile. Flip front palm, inhale, reverse. Such a nice side body stretch. Exhale for side angle. Rest elbow and knee as you extend your right arm overhead. One more breath in. Hold for the breath out. Now, Ardha Chandrasana. Gaze down. You're going to sweep that right arm all the way under. Left hand hops forward, slightly to the left of the left foot. Take a block if you have one. It's always helpful for this one. Flex your right toes in, and then option for Chapasana. You're going to bend your back knee and pull the foot in. Standing leg is as straight as possible. Holds. For 3. Stay for 2. And 1. Release the foot. Both hands down to the earth. Pelvis in line with the mat. And then on an exhale, you'll bow. For your standing split, stay right here, or you're going to drag the left foot back, all the weight forward into the hands, and take some little handstand hops. Like you want to kick your buttocks with the left foot, so left knee stays bent, right leg stays straight. Just take 1 or 2 more hops here. And then we all meet in a downward facing dog. So you can take a vinyasa. Otherwise, just press on back into your down dog. Whew, this is sweaty work. All right, take a breath in. And a breath out. Hard stuff is done. I'm going to start winding it down. Now, from here, you can do a little jump through if you like. I'll demonstrate a jump through, or you can just bring your knees down and bring your legs to face forward so you're in a seated position. If you're jumping through, you're going to bend your knees, gaze in between the hands, and then just do a little jump across the legs. Maybe you can slide the legs through and bring them all the way through. And then extend the legs forward. Hands are next to your trocaners, those bony bits. Dandasana, staff pose. Roll your shoulders down your back. Crown reaches tall, chin slightly tucked. Take a breath in. And a breath out as you fold. Starting to bring all of the attention inward. Letting that energy settle. Couple more deep breaths here. One more breath in. And a breath out. And slowly release, inhale, and open up the legs for Upavista Konasana. So you're just going to open the legs about 70%. And then you can just start here by starting to make some undulating movements with the spine. So you're just going to move up and down and around. Or you can just stay static if you like, that's fine as well. And then just bring yourself into a position where you can take around 3 breaths here. Keeping your toes flexed in. Grip your quads to protect your hamstrings and your knees. And 1 more deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And then slowly release. You're going to use the hands to bring the legs back together. And bend the knees, come on down. And you should just be able to tap your heels with your fingers. Now slowly begin to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. And lower on down. Again, roll on up, and this time you can interlace your hands underneath your buttocks, shimmy your shoulders underneath your buttocks. Lift your hips nice and high, use your heels, lift your toes. 1 more breath in, And then on the breath out, you'll slowly release, come all the way down. Now, if you need less of a cool down, then you're very welcome to take a wheel pose for this last one. Otherwise, we'll take one more bridge. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And then slowly begin to roll up for your bridge. Now from here, you can interlace the hands underneath your buttocks, or you're going to rotate the hand position. And then take another breath in as you press yourself up. Hold here in your bridge or your wheel. Lifting your hips nice and high, pressing down into the mat with your hands. One more full cycle of breath in and out. And very slowly release. Nice and slow. Hug your knees in. You can gently roll from side to side. And then from here, you're just going to extend your legs up. Now, if you've got a bolster or a block or something to prop underneath you, then that's always nice. And you're going to lift your hips up to find your Viparita Karani, your legs up pose. You can stay here, or very slowly, mindfully, you can begin to bring your legs up for a shoulder stand. Only if your neck is healthy. Otherwise, you're better off just staying low for your Viparita Karani. Legs nice and straight. Keeping your neck stable in one position. And you can stay here or very slowly begin to bring the legs overhead. Taking some breaths here. Allow yourself to soften into it. Just take one more breath in. And a breath out. Now whenever you're ready, slowly release. If you had something beneath you, you might like to remove that just for a moment or take a twist. You'll lower your left leg down, hug your right knee in. I'm going to scoop myself back. And then right knee comes over to the left for a twist. And reach out through your right arm. Inhale back to center. Hug your left knee in, left knee over to the right for a twist. Inhale back to center. And hug both knees in. Gently rocking from side to side. Squeeze yourself in like a little ball. Take a breath in and a breath out. You can relax, release everything. Coming into your Shavasana, if you'd like to set yourself up with any props in any position that feels good for you, you can do that. I'm just going to take a few moments here, letting all of that energy settle. Take a breath in. Sigh it out through the mouth. Take a breath in. Smile as you breathe in. Smile as you breathe out. Again, deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And take a few moments in your Shavasana. I encourage you to stay here for as long as you like, for as long as you need. And this is where I leave you, from my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, and I look forward to practicing with you again soon.